Hello everybody, this is Everyday Taipei, and today we are going back to Ximending. So, just to show you where it is in relation to everything, this is Taipei 101 here, Shilin Night Market over here, and Taipei Main Station over here. So if you remember from our first video about Ximending, we exited from the MRT station here at exit number 6. We walked up here and did a little loop. So we're going farther into Ximending, where all the movie theaters are. We're going to be going down this road. We're going to go into this Taipei Cinema Park, check it out, and then come back on this America Street. It's pretty interesting, so let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, so we're deeper into Ximending right now. So we came from this way, about a block from here is where we were in our first video. If you haven't seen that, it's in the description down below. We kind of just go over the immediate area outside of the train station, but we're deeper now. If you remember from that video, we talked about this area having a lot of movie theaters, and so I wanted to check that out because I haven't actually been to any of them. And I stumbled upon this area here. As you can see, there's a Luxe Cinema here. And so this is my first time being down the street. It's actually really cool. I usually stay in that immediate area. And so this was new for me as well. I'm a big Marvel fan, so I saw that Hulkbuster there and I thought that was pretty cool. It's a little bit old now, I would say, but I still think it's kind of impressive. Some more food carts and a 7-Eleven that looks pretty cool. Something that I thought was interesting were these tea restaurants here. You see these guys, they have these big pint glasses, and when I first came here I thought that it was beer, and so I asked the person I was with, I was like, hey, that place looks cool, we should get a drink, and they're like, no, that's just tea. And I thought that was really wild, and they said, oh yeah, that's like the old school way, before boba, maybe before boba, or maybe during the inception of it. This was more commonplace to have this big thing of tea and you order food. And I thought that was really kind of interesting. It kind of mirrors more of what we see in the United States. Maybe it's a more cafe style with more food offerings. And so I really wanted to check that out. I didn't that day, but I will soon. I'm thinking this thing on the right here is also a movie theater that's under construction because it's pretty big. And this thing to the left is kind of a rundown building that looks like it's been destitute for a while, but it has some cool art on it. And as you'll see later on in the video, there's more, like a lot of graffiti around here. And so going through here, I noticed that there is a lot more young people and like a lot cooler crowd. I'll talk about it a little bit later in the video, but as you can see, here's another movie theater. And so once you get off of that main area that we were in the first video, it really quiets down a lot. Like all the places I've been to, if you go to the side street, like a block away from any of these main streets, you'll see that there's very few people. The crowd lifts away really fast, and so that's something to keep in mind if you're if you don't like crowds. It's not that hard to get away from them here, as long as you're not in the super duper popular place. So we're entering the first part of Taipei Cinema Park. So the real park is to the left on the other side of the street, but they have this big mural and this like little park area here, which is pretty cool. And I've seen other people take photo shoots earlier in the day here. And you could see some other people earlier in the video taking pictures at like the entrance to it. But there's this huge mural here, and I think it's pretty recent because I think I see Suicide Squad thing pictures on here. So what is that, 2 or 3 years old? I'm like I said, I'm more of a Marvel person than a DC person. I don't know if that makes you angry. I'm sorry if it does, but they're obsessed with Suicide Squad. Joker and Harley Quinn. Yeah, you'll see it. I'll point it out a little bit later, but there's graffiti about it as well. This is the entrance to the Taipei Cinema Park. It's a really cool place actually that I didn't even know about. I've been here for 2 years, and so it's actually kind of cool, and I felt really old here because there was like a bunch of cool 20-something or high schoolers here, and yeah, felt really not. I felt really not cool here. But as you can see, like to the left, or even in the center, like this center group, they're practicing some, or they're filming like a dance video. And there's like all this scaffolding and this elevated pathway to the left that I'll see in a second, that a lot of people are hanging out on. You see this guy, he's like popping and locking here. There's like all this seating to the right, which is pretty cool and shaded. And this whole courtyard where a lot of people are hanging out. You see the elevated walkway there. So this, you can keep this place in mind if you wanted a little respite from Ximending. You can kind of like buy your stuff there and then come here and kind of chill out and take in the vibe, because it is lively. There's a few people filming music videos, YouTube videos, and there's people taking having photo shoots, people just hanging out and having fun. Sometimes they're annoying, but you know, they're having fun. What are you gonna do? At least they're not getting into anything kind of stupid. You can see there's this photo shoot of this girl cosplaying on this second level here, which I thought was pretty interesting too. And then after that, we kind of get into this place that has a bunch of art or graffiti on the walls, and I thought was really, really decent looking actually. Up until now, I haven't seen a lot of street art, to be honest, and so it was nice to be here and kind of see like the really, really high quality ones that where people actually try. You can see this Demon Slayer graffiti on the wall here, the green and jacket guy. That's very popular right now with the kids. A bunch of people taking a bunch of photo shoots. I told you Suicide Squad was big. There's a Harley Quinn piece right there. This is interesting in a photo op as well. It's like a Godzilla statue. It's pretty impressive. You can see more people. I've been here about twice now, and there's always somebody taking some kind of portrait photos in front of it. And then this is kind of the end, but then there's this huge big mural of Godzilla too. I don't know how long it'll be here for, but there's a huge mural of Godzilla here as well, which I thought was pretty cool. There's more graffiti going down the alley to the right. But what we're going to do is we're going to go up this street and then we're going to take that right that you see there. So this is kind of transitioning. So the first alley we went down was kind of all the movie theaters. This alley is kind of like a very big street. Hip-hop, underground, fashion type scene. You'll see a lot of sneaker shops here and a lot of different like obscure clothing brands that I have no idea about. The person I was talking to said back in the day it wasn't like this. These are like more high-end brands right now, kind of really, really cool street. Before it was more like skateboarding stuff, just like skateboard shops, and not as high-end. And so I thought that was really interesting. It's kind of like transformed into this urban fashion kind of area, which is really cool. It looks like everything's really expensive, so I didn't actually go in. But the vibe is really nice. It's called America Street because there's this mural here on the bottom. I don't know why they painted it, but it's kind of cool. There's a big Canadian flag and a big US flag. I have no idea why. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, here's a little bit. Hopefully you can see kind of the vibe of the boutique kind of stores that are here. It's pretty nice. I have never really explored this side of Ximending, and so I told you guys in that last video, so I kind of wanted to challenge myself and see what else I can find, and I was pleasantly surprised, man. Like, my idea of Ximending was like that first video, and I came here and it's like a completely kind of different scene. And so I think I'm gonna try and get out to more places and see if there's any more flavors of Ximending that I haven't seen yet. So we're kind of coming up on the end here. There's this main street. There's a couple of like secondhand stores and big retail stuff on this street, but and also a McDonald's to the left here on this corner, which I thought was pretty cool. But that was a quick little video of another part of Ximending. I hoped you liked it. If there's any other place you'd like to see, just leave it in the comments down below. I'll try to get there for you. Hit that like button down below if you like this video. It'll help me out a lot. I much appreciate it. But other than that, I'll be seeing you.